Bro.
So my name's Coach Ease MC. I just dropped an LP. It's called The Waterhouse. It's on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, every major platform. It's actually a collection of songs that's been sitting around. A couple songs that's remixes, and a couple fresh tracks that I've done with the Architect, Phonetic, and Ferragamo throughout the years.
So what exactly do you do? You rap? You
So, yeah.
freestyle? What you? I mean, you know.
Yeah, I consider myself more of a recording artist and an MC rather than an actual rapper.
How long you been doing this?
So I've been rapping for about a good 15, 16 years, but I've been listening to hip hop for damn near 25 years.
What's hip hop, man? Explain that to me. What's that?
Man, hip hop to me is just, it's more of like a culture and a family rather than more than just like a style of music. It's a lifestyle. It's everything from the way you dress, from the way you talk, to the who you surround yourself with. It's damn near everything except the music.
Okay. So what would the music part be considered as?
Music part would be probably considered as like part of the lifestyle and the culture. Like that just comes hand in hand because like, me personally, if you listen to the way I rap, it's very style influence and flavor. Just like, if you look at me in real life and everything.
Who do some of the people that inspired you as you was growing up that you listened to?
Oh man, growing up, like, I listened to the old classics, a lot of Eric B, Kool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim.
So I mean, do you do shows often or?
Shows not so often as much anymore. I've actually been focusing on actually just gathering my actual catalog, and then we can delve into the actual getting shows booked and everything first.
ASCAP or BMI?
C-Sax.
Okay, so what do you independent or?
Yeah, independent signed to Death Star Music.
I mean, where can we find your music at?
It's actually available through all major platforms. You can actually, if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you can actually find it as Coach Ease MC. That's Coach Ease MC, COCHISE. And in my bio, you can actually click, there's a hyperfollow, and it has a link to every single platform that it's available on.
Hey, so there's some young folks out there trying to get in the game, and they don't really understand. I don't want them to bump their head and make no mistakes. What type of advice would you give them?
I would say definitely do your homework before you actually make certain releases, because that was definitely one of my major issues in the past. For example, this is The Waterhouse is technically my 4th release, but it's only the 1st release that's actually fully available in all platforms immediately.
So do you just come up with this stuff right off the top of your dome? Do you take your time and write this at home? Do you rehearse it before you come to the studio? Like, is there a method to what you do?
Not really. I kind of just write rhymes, and sometimes it's on the spot, sometimes it's premeditated, sometimes I doctor a couple verses in together, sometimes I'll grab something from an old one, something from a new one. It's just whatever the vibe of the actual track is what I write with.
So do you got any kind of like stories or anything that maybe you was at a show and something just didn't go the right way? You know what I mean?
Oh man, yeah, all the time.
Man, if you don't mind, tell us some brief, some basic stuff so these young folks might experience. You know what I mean?
Man, just be ready for anything. Like for example, when I was opening up for Wu-Tang, they promised us 30 minutes, and when we got there, we only got 10 minutes. And I was splitting the actual set with my producer, so that only gave us 5 minutes each because he was rocking the beat set and I was rocking an actual set. So.
Wow, you opened up for Wu-Tang?
Yeah, it's actually Shabazz the Disciple. So yeah.
That's big though. That's big. I mean, at that time, did you? Well, I don't want to say starstruck, but I mean, did you realize how major to the industry that was to do that?
Actually, in hindsight, I actually really didn't. But as I said, in hindsight now I do, and it was actually really major, and actually a lot of placing me in a lot of other sets, and actually people actually recognizing exactly my name from that.
So is there anything you working on, like for us that's going with the project? Like you got any upcoming music videos you gonna spin off this album or what? What's the plan?
Yeah, we're gonna have like a couple. We got like a music video coming up for the Waterhouse that we're actually planning on doing very soon. I'm working on a couple new EPs. Me and Ferragamo got another EP coming out. I'm I'm doing an actual album with a Cold Shoulder coming out pretty soon. So there's a lot of other things coming out. I got some solo projects coming out as well.
Okay. So is there any shouts out, any other thing you want to say before we get up out of here?
Man, I want to give a big shout out to everybody, you know, that's ever supported me over the past 15 years. The reason why I got here, you know, shout out to everybody. Kusi, shout out to K Burns, shout out to my man's Eddie Word, shout out to the Artisac, shout out to Phonetic, shout out to Ferragamo, everybody at Death Star Music, you know, everybody out in New Mexico that's doing their thing.
Hey, so you mentioned New Mexico. You got them out there listening to you too?
Oh yes, sir. Yeah, I'm from the Navajo Reservation, so you know.
Oh, that's big.
Rest in peace, my man Wake Self. You know, he just passed away. My man Defy actually just opened up for hieroglyphics in LA. So
do you think that influences your music?
Oh yeah, definitely. The Waterhouse, like me being actual Native American, the whole Waterhouse is actual Native American symbol. Represents you know, a lot of things. There's a whole science behind that whole LP.
That's big. So before we get out of here, one more time, give us your handle, your Twitter or YouTube, Facebook, one more time.
Yes,
Spell
sir.
it out for us so we don't get it wrong.
Yep, that's Cochise MC. You can find that on all social media platforms. That's COCHISE MC. And once again, big shout out to supportthemusicblog.com.